Hi everyone. My name is Ken Jordan. I want to thank you for taking the time to learn how our innovation project called Zillow Invest, an investment property identification solution, will provide people the tools they need to become more financially stable. To run through the agenda, this presentation will identify the innovation opportunity, detail the design and validation process, explore the business ecosystem risk, and evaluate the financial opportunity here. Jumping into the first section, we can dissect the opportunity here to understand why this innovation is important. Everyone can agree they would like to have financial freedom. For some people, it may be a set year for which they can retire or a certain amount of money in their savings. Regardless, it is a topic on everyone's mind, but how people go about achieving it is different. For a growing number of people, they are turning to real estate. As seen from the data presented on the page, there are over 10 million people in the US that own and rent properties. There are multiple steps in the process to become a landlord and a lot of current providers. For example, prior to buying the house, mortgage companies will assist with financing the purchase, and real estate agents will facilitate the closing of the deal. After the purchase, property management companies will help with finding a tenant and managing the day-to-day activities that come with being a landlord. However, there is no service or provider to give people the tools they need to identify the right investment property for them. For anyone looking to invest in real estate, a major job is picking a location and a property. In order to make an informed decision, there is a significant amount of research required to have the confidence to make the investment decision. With the abundance of data and information online, people can become overwhelmed or bogged down, and in some cases, not know where to start or what to be looking for. There are different moments of struggles that individuals run into when trying to pick an investment property. The two main categories we have identified is lack of time or knowledge. For current landlords, the moment of struggle is going to be around lack of time or resources to find new deals. With multiple properties already under management, landlords will be hard pressed to find the time to search for and thoroughly evaluate new opportunities. For an experienced investor, their time is more valuable evaluating a short list of potential properties rather than searching for hours online or in person. For individuals that want to get into real estate, their lack of skill or know-how will lead them to their moment of struggle. With no experience, people will not know where to start and will quickly become overwhelmed with the number of online listings and data. As seen from the different moment of struggles, people either don't have the time or do not know where to start. From the time someone decides to invest in real estate, there are a number of steps that need to happen which takes some background knowledge and a lot of time. For example, conducting market research to settle on a specific location and type of house that will rent quickly takes a significant amount of time to gather and evaluate the data. Once a few properties are identified, the individual needs to know how to do the necessary calculations to properly evaluate the different opportunities in order to make the best decision. Our solution is a structured approach to give people the tools they need to identify an investment property efficiently and effectively, which in turn will give them the confidence to invest and become a repeat customer. What sets our solution apart is the ability to search through thousands of listings and to be able to provide a concise list based on the user's input. The key here is having access to a significant database, which is achieved with the partnership with Zillow.
Hi, my name is Jason Markarian. The next section we're going to cover is the design and validation. So we'll start with the design of our actual solution, the value that it brings, the social model, and lastly the validation through the conjoint surveys and other research. Our solution is to add an additional feature through Zillow. The goal is to allow users to transfer from Zillow directly to our webpage. The interface is designed to be as straightforward as possible to help eliminate some of the moments of struggle listed previously. Investors will be able to select criteria they want and eliminate what they don't when searching for properties. Zillow Invest will also allow customers from all different skill levels and experience to be able to filter the results and find property that fit their criteria. Zillow Invest will also contain comprehensive reports on the property, a detailed financial analysis for the investor as well. For the Sawtooth CBC analysis, our total attribute value was a positive number, 0.04, compared to roofstock.com. This demonstrates that our solution is more valuable than the next best option. We believe our solution will limit data overload, simplify the process for the investor, and also reduce risk as it's backed by a large, recognized real estate brand. The most important feature to our consumer was price, and when our solution was at the same price point as the competition, it outperformed Roofstock even further. Based on this data, we re-examined the way we offered the product and explored a tiered subscription service where customers can purchase at different price points. When price points were equal, our solution was chosen over the competitors. We anticipated that the Zillow brand name would be a significant factor in the pull to our solution, but the survey showed that the other factors were more important to the final consumer. The main partners for this business model are Zillow itself, mortgage brokers, and real estate agents. Zillow will increase their total product offering and website usage. Mortgage lenders will pay referral fees, and real estate agents will be able to capitalize on this market and pay a listing fee. The social value model for our solution is to partner with the nonprofit Back on My Feet. They seek to combat homelessness through fitness, community support, housing, and employment resources. Zillow Invest plans to partner with them and leverage Zillow's financial tools to provide beneficial loans and terms for their clients. This will also benefit Zillow Invest as they'll receive goodwill, additional publicity, and are favorably viewed by socially conscious people and companies. The further we're able to extend the solution, the more profitable it will become. The two primary marketing channels for our business models are through search engine optimization and business development through popular home improvement stores, contractors, and partners. We would leverage SEO through Google Ads using a long-tail strategy to cast a wide net across a variety of search terms. These would include basic terms such as home improvement, real estate, investing, etc., but would also capture some more specific searches like side hustle or diversification. The goal is a 75% click rate and at least 25% of those who click to sign up for the service. Because Home Depot shares the largest percentage of home improvement stores, we would plan to interview and talk with potential customers utilizing one of their mini locations. The two challenges to pulling new customers are anxiety about the switch and habit or loyalty to the current process. The pull factor for our product is that the current job is being done poorly, and our solution allows for a faster, simpler, and more user-friendly approach to solving the moment of struggle. The brand name and reputation of Zillow will counter anxiety, and we plan to establish Zillow Invest as the new habit and develop loyalty with our customer base. Because price was previously listed as the most important factor in switching to this solution, we polled respondents on 3 possible solutions with variation in price. Our hypothesis was to list Zillow as a free search engine and charge a $9.99 monthly fee to utilize the management tools associated with the solution. We compared against roofstock.com again and their current pricing model of a 10% management fee of monthly rent with a much smaller available number of properties. The next slide details the result of the survey. The criteria for the conjoint survey was broken down into 4 primary sections. Number 1, is it an all-in-one platform? Is that preferred? Number 2, is the website intuitive for beginners? Number 3, how many properties can be accessed? And number 4, the pricing model. As stated earlier, price was deemed as the most important factor, so we ran the survey with a pricing model of a free version and an optional monthly subscription for enhanced services. The results of the survey were overwhelming in favor of the proposed solution with a free version and a monthly subscription. The free search engine gives potential users the opportunity to test the product before spending money, which helps reduce the anxiety with switch dynamics. The interface of Zillow Invest was preferable to roofstock.com as it was more intuitive and easier to use with limited investment experience. Because the current solutions are not meeting customer demand, there's less concern about combating the habit aspect of switch dynamics.
Hi everyone, my name is Andy Kuski, and I'm going to discuss the business ecosystem and risks that Zillow Invest faces both in the adoption chain and co-innovation and ways to mitigate those risks. The first risk we'll face is with real estate agents. Zillow Invest relies on real estate agents posting as many homes as possible on Zillow. Our platform will pull data from Zillow listings, so it is critical to have as many listings as possible on Zillow. Any properties listed on sites other than Zillow will provide no value to our end users. One way to mitigate this is for Zillow to showcase why real estate companies should list on Zillow. Zillow can use its wide marketing department to present the innovation project and show how the new service will create value for their customers. The next risk is an ecosystem risk from third-party contractors. Our solution requires that third-party contractors lend their services to our customers. There's a risk that they will not see value in our proposed solution and therefore will not champion our service. One way to mitigate this risk is to roll out with staged expansion of the third-party services, one market at a time, until there's a better understanding of the strategy and processes to be successful with the rollout and engage with third-party contractors. The next ecosystem risk is a co-innovation risk with the parent company, Zillow. Our solution relies on Zillow's resources for its success. This requires cooperation within staffing, data, tech support, overhead, and others. With today's work climate, it is more crucial than ever to have the people to make the project work and to understand how the resources would move between Zillow and Zillow Invest. One way to mitigate this would be to add resources. Work with Zillow to add capacity, headcount, IT, and processes so that our solution has the appropriate resources needed to be successful. Another co-innovation risk comes back to real estate agents. For Zillow's platform to be accurate and provide value, the data entered into Zillow's listings will need to be precise. Zillow is dependent on successful commercialization of real estate companies' ability to accurately populate the required information. Real estate companies will need to develop a streamlined platform that auto-populates listings with the most accurate information, as it cannot rely on individuals to fill data for each listing, which may lead to user errors due to human error. A way to mitigate this is Zillow can provide resources to large real estate companies to assist with creating an information system to store all the information for current and previous listings. This can be done through seminars and online training provided by Zillow. Another mitigation option would be for Zillow to essentially double-check each listing to ensure the data is accurate. This could be done automatically by comparing the inputs to similar listings. If any of the information is an outlier outside of a set range, then the listing can be flagged and investigated by a human. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Chris and I'm going to talk about the financial analysis for a solution. I'm going to go over the value map, potential market, revenue, costs, target profit, the validation for our pricing model. Here is a simplified version of our value exchange map. We have data moving between Zillow Group and Zillow Invest. This will increase the user base for Zillow Group and the amount of data our organization has access to. Our customers will provide us with this data, and in return they will have the ability to search through our solution and manage their property. Our partners are mortgage brokers, contractors, landscapers, and real estate agents. They will receive more customers and exposure through their work with our solution. Our revenue will come from subscription fees, referral fees, and advertising on our platform. Through our initial conjoint study, we showed that when priced less than our competitor, Zillow Invest was preferred significantly more, by nearly 40%. So we based our financial analysis on this assumption that we can pull 40% of the available market to our solution. There are roughly 8 million individual landlords in the United States, and we believe that we can attract 3.2 million of them with our current solution. The study also showed that price was one of the most important attributes and drove our focus to pay more attention to this area. We set our monthly subscription fee at $9.99, and this is based on current processing and property listing fees that are provided by Zillow. So our first year revenue, we believe, will be $231 million. Our cost per thousand ad revenue is $1.3 million, based on the number of 2020 site visits to Zillow, adjusted down for individual landlords only. Subscription revenue is $38 million, based on attracting 10% of the target market. This assumption is based on the ratio of early adopters. Finder's fee revenue is 10%, and this is the average annual repair and general maintenance for a home in the United States, times the average number of properties owned by an individual landlord, which is about 3 properties. Lastly, churn is 2%, which will be about $4.7 million a year. Our cost structure is based on Zillow Group's current cost structure, so we anticipate 40% of revenue dedicated to costs, as well as additional variable and sales and marketing costs. Year 1 also includes 15% of revenue allocated as sunk costs to build the new platform. We targeted a 40% profitability for this solution. Given the cost structure and various revenue streams, we believe that our solution is scalable and overall a winning solution for the business. Here you can see the projected year-over-year change. Our profit is anticipated to grow from 25% of revenue to just over 40% of revenue. This is mainly driven by the sunk costs falling off, and we're also assuming a really conservative 7.25% revenue growth year over year. Our price validation occurred in our second conjoint study. The price was again the most important attribute for our solution, and we had the most pull when compared to the next best solution and the most commonly used solution, which is just doing the research yourself. This shows that our value proposition overall is much stronger, and our solution has a higher chance of being successful with our current $9.99 pricing point. Here's our projected growth in thousands for 10 years for both profit and profit as a percent of revenue. You can see that projected profit shoots up to nearly $200 million per year, and it grows to become nearly 45% of revenue. Together, we know that we can execute this solution, serve this forgotten market, and eliminate these moments of struggle. And we can do it with all these resources that we already have in place. Thank you.